Disaccharides. Disaccharides are one of the carbohydrate components. The disaccharides consist of two monosaccharides covalently bound to each other. In disaccharides, the chemical bond that joins two monosaccharide units is called a glycosidic bond. The glycosidic bond is formed when the hydroxyl group of one of the sugar reacts with the anomeric carbon on the second sugar. Means first hydroxyl group of one sugar molecule that reacts with anomeric carbon of the second sugar to form glycosidic bonds. The glycosidic bonds are present between disaccharides to form disaccharides like maltose, sucrose, lactose. Maltose formed by the alpha glucose plus indicates glycosidic bond. Alpha glucose linked with another alpha glucose with glycosidic bond to form maltose. Alpha glucose linked with fructose to form sucrose. Alpha glucose linked with glycosidic bond with galactose to form lactose. Role of disaccharides: maltose, breakdown product of starch found in malt barley. Sucrose, transport of sugars in the phloem. Glucose converted to sucrose. Lactose, found in milk, energy source for the babies. So here it is formation of sucrose, lactose, maltose. These are the best example for the disaccharides. How to form sucrose? Here it is glucose linked with glycosidic bond with fructose to form sucrose. Lactose, galactose, glucose. Maltose linked with maltose is formed by the glucose and glucose molecule with glycosidic bonds. See here it is, we discussed here it is disaccharides. First one is maltose. Maltose is also called malt sugar. Maltose is also called malt sugar. Maltose is formed by joining of two glucose molecules or two glucose units by alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. See here it is one glucose molecule. Here also one glucose molecule. One glucose molecule containing first carbon. The first carbon containing hydroxyl group below the ring. So this glucose is also called alpha glucose. It reacts with, it linked with another glucose molecule. That another glucose molecule also containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms. From this glucose molecule, fourth carbon atom is linked with the first carbon atom of another glucose molecule to form one glycosidic bond. The glycosidic bond is formed between the two glucose molecules. So maltose, it is a disaccharide. It is commonly called malt sugar. Malt from sprouting barley is a major source of maltose. It is produced by, or it is produced during the digestion of starch by the enzyme alpha amylase. The alpha amylase converts starch to dextrin and maltose. Dextrin and maltose. Maltose on hydrolysis by maltase gives two molecules of D-glucose, dextrose glucose. Maltose may be formed by the removal of a water molecule, by the formation of glycosidic bond. it linked the linkage in the maltose found alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. Alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. And the next one here it is how to form alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. Alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond in the maltose. See, next one is sucrose. Sucrose is also called table sugar. Sucrose is also called table sugar. In the table sugar, alpha 1,2 glycosidic bonds are formed. Alpha 1,2 glycosidic bonds are formed in the formation of sucrose. It is a disaccharide. It is commonly called cane sugar. On the hydrolysis, D-glucose, D-fructose is formed. It is the common sugar and widely distributed in all photosynthetic plants. All photosynthetic plants. It is found in sugar cane, beet, apple, pineapple, carrot, and ripening of fruits, ripe fruits. It is in the only food stuff used crystalline form. It is the predominant form in which sugar is transported from leaves to the other organs of the plants through the vascular system, like phloem. Sucrose is hydrolysis by the dilute acids or enzyme invertase. It gives invert sugar. It is a mixture of glucose and fructose. Glucose is the dextrose glucose. Glucose is a dextrorotatory glucose and fructose is a levorotatory fructose. So there is inversion of sign of rotation. This process is called inversion and the mixture is called invert sugar. Invert sucrose is also called invert sugar. Sucrose is formed by the elimination of a water molecule by the glycosidic bond. In glycosidic hydroxyl group of D-glucose and fructose. It is sweeter than lactose, maltose, and glucose. The sucrose does not possess mutarotation and it is a reduced sugar. It is not reactive. So it is the sucrose structure. The next one is lactose. Lactose sugar is also called milk sugar. Beta D-galactose joined to the beta D-glucose via beta 1,4 glycosidic linkages. The glycosidic linkages, beta 1,4 glycosidic linkages. So here it is beta galactose. When we called beta, hydroxyl group present above the ring is called beta. In galactose, that hydroxyl group present above the ring is called beta galactose. On the first carbon, it linked with the fourth carbon of another glucose molecule. That another glucose molecule also beta, it present above the ring. Hydroxyl group present above the ring is called beta glucose. The glucose linked with beta galactose with 1,4 glycosidic bond, beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage. It is a one type of disaccharide. The disaccharide purely of animal origin. Lactose present in the purely of animal origin. It is commonly called as milk sugar. It is present in the milk or mammals. It is present in the mammary glands. However, it is also found in the urine during the pregnancy. It is formed by the elimination of water molecule from the glycosidic hydroxyl group of beta galactose and hydroxyl group of fourth carbon of D-glucose. fourth carbon of D-glucose. It is less soluble in water and less sweeter than sucrose. It exhibits muta-rotation due to the presence of carboxyl group on the carbon atom of glucose unit. The enzyme hydrolyze lactase to form glucose and galactose. See, lactose hydrolyzed by the lactase enzyme, it gives galactose and glucose. The intestine of milk sucking infants means babies, has the enzyme lactose. This converts lactose to glucose and galactose. Then only it is absorbed by the body. Means lactose cannot absorbed by the body of the infants, means early babies, born babies. So lactose convert into glucose and galactose. That conversion of glucose and galactose are absorbed by the body. Excess lactose in the milk ingested into the body causes watery diarrhea, abnormal intestinal flow, or colic pains. It is the normal functions and structures of the lactose.